New cases here in Indiana top 2,000 for the third time in a week.
That's right. The trend continues up. So let's take a look. The state reporting another 2,234 cases today, the highest number that we've seen in the state of Indiana in months.
Now, the other numbers associated with COVID-19, those are also climbing. We've got more than 1,300 Hoosiers in the hospital with COVID all across Indiana.
And what about hospitalizations? Well, we've learned another 27 Hoosiers have lost their lives to COVID as well. That is the highest number of daily deaths that we have seen reported in the state of Indiana in a while.
And new cases of COVID among children are now skyrocketing across the country.
We're talking almost 94,000 new pediatric cases last week, and that is a big jump up from the 72,000 new cases that we had just the week prior.
Children now represent 15% of the new weekly COVID cases.
The CDC sees all these numbers and is now recommending that every Hoosier wear a mask inside, regardless of your vaccination status.
And that's because every Indiana county is now seeing COVID spreading rapidly within communities. In fact, take a look at this map here. You can see every county in our state is either in orange or red. This is the interactive map that we got from the CDC.
Just 15 are in orange for substantial spread. The other 77 are all considered red. That's most of the state, and that means there are high levels of transmission. There are 92 counties in Indiana. And Chicago now taking some steps. They've added Indiana to its travel advisory list. The Chicago city leaders are concerned about transmission of the COVID that we mentioned, and they don't want it to cross the Indiana-Illinois border. So if you are not vaccinated, you need to test negative for COVID no more than 72 hours before you arrive in the city of Chicago. If you don't get tested, you'll need to quarantine for 10 days once you arrive in the Windy City. Now, keep in mind this travel advisory does not apply to people who are considered fully vaccinated.
Some CDC advisors plan to discuss booster shots later this week. The Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices will review that data Friday. They'll also receive an update on additional doses in people who have compromised immune systems. Right now, they are not planning to vote. The FDA would have to grant full approval of the vaccines before they can recommend additional shots.